saw regarding Battle of Plassey. As I told you yesterday, Battle of Plassey was fought between Robert Clive and Siraj-ud-Dawla. Robert Clive defeated Siraj-ud-Dawla and he made Mir Jafar as Nawab of Bengal. He ruled Bengal from 1957 to 60. He was in very good terms with English and he was following all the rules and regulations given by British East India Company. And British East India Company was charging heavy taxes from Mir Jafar. The people of his kingdom, they came and complained to Mir Jafar. They are unable to pay these heavy taxes. They told at least Mir Jafar to talk with British East India Company and lessen the taxes so they can pay it. Mir Jafar approached the British East India Company and requested them to decrease or to lessen the taxes, but British East India Company did not listen to him. So, as he had to do some favor to his people so that he can rule the that he can become the Nawab of Bengal for long years, what he did is that he approached the Dutch traders, thinking that by trading with them he can get some money and which he can pay to British East India Company. But the British East India Company came to know. So they thought that Mir Jafar is betraying them. Mir Jafar agreed only to trade with British East India Company. So what British East India Company they did, they chased away the Dutch traders so that Mir Jafar further cannot trade with Dutch people. So this made Britishers to go against Mir Jafar. So they removed Mir Jafar as Nawab of Bengal and made his son-in-law Mir Qasim as Nawab of Bengal in year 1760. Mir Qasim was also in good terms with Britishers. He also followed whatever the British East India Company laid the policies. He also showed British East India Company that how trustworthy he was than Mir Jafar. So this was liked by Britishers and they trusted that Mir Qasim can be trusted more than Mir Jafar. But after few years, Mir Qasim had ambition in his mind that he should become the alone king, that is sovereign king of his kingdom, and whatever the laws and regulations he should only make and people should follow his rules and regulations, not the rules and regulations laid by British East India Company. And he also had one thing in his mind, that British East India Company is a foreign company, it is an European company, it is coming to our India and trading without paying tax, that is dastak, and our local traders are paying 40% tax to British East India Company. Why this should happen? He wanted the reverse. That is 40% tax British East India Company should pay and 0% tax our local traders should pay. So that enraged him, that made him to go against British East India Company. So what happened? That was the reason behind Battle of Buxar. Battle of Buxar took place in 1764 in Bihar. It was fought between British East India Company and Mir Qasim, Nawab of Bengal, Shuja-ud-Dawla, Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam III, the Mughal king. All these Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam III. They were all the Mughal, they from the that is Aurangzeb. They all were that dynasty, and they also wanted the Britishers to that collecting the taxes. They also did not like whatever the British East India Company were doing. So they joined with Mir Qasim. So in 1764, the Battle of Buxar was fought. Before Major Hector Munro, many other majors were there, but Major Hector Munro played a very important role in Battle of Buxar. And what happened the result? British East India Company won the Battle of Buxar. Then treaty was signed, that is Treaty of Allahabad. This was the Treaty of Allahabad was signed when it was signed in 1764. That is Robert Clive. In 1760, what happened? He was the main reason for winning the Battle of Plassey. So he collected whatever the wealth he had, and he went back to Great Britain, and there he became member of Parliament, and he was very happy over there. But in 1764, at that time, what happened? Due to the Battle of Buxar, the British East India Company had to face heavy loss. So British East India Company called back Robert Clive to India. He came in 1764 and he made the Treaty of Allahabad to sign. Before that, what happened? Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam III separated from Mir Qasim, and now Mir Qasim was left alone. Let us see what happened in Treaty of Allahabad. Treaty of Allahabad was signed between Robert Clive and Shuja-ud-Dawla. What happened according to treaty? I told you, when treaty is signed, what happens? The agreement will be between the two parties, that is Robert Clive and Shuja-ud-Dawla. What was the agreement? That Allahabad and Kara, these two places should be given back to British East India Company, and 50 lakhs for war indemnity, means what was the what to call it as compensation for the war. 50 lakhs Shuja-ud-Dawla had to pay for Robert Clive. So that was the two things, that is, we can call it as first Treaty of Allahabad was signed between Robert Clive and Shuja-ud-Dawla. And what was the condition? That Allahabad and Kara should be given back to Britishers, and 50 lakhs for war compensation. When any war takes place, so many, what to call it as a destruction will be there. So to come out from that destruction, money is required, and that money was taken by Robert Clive from Shuja-ud-Dawla. That was the first treaty between Robert Clive and Shuja-ud-Dawla. Then what Robert Clive did? He signed second treaty, same Treaty of Allahabad, with Shah Alam III. And what was told to Shah Alam III? That it was ordered that Shah Alam III should stay in Allahabad. See how Robert Clive is clever. You can see over here. He ordered Shah Alam to stay in Allahabad. They can keep an eye on him and see that further he don't create trouble for him. So he was ordered by Robert Clive to stay in Allahabad. And what was then? Diwani of Bengal. So whatever that is, Bengal and Orissa, whatever was there, for 26 lakhs rupees. That is, the Britishers had to give 26 lakhs rupees for Diwani Bengal. And last 53 lakhs rupees again should be given by Shah Alam to Robert Clive, that is for British East India Company. That was what the second treaty was signed between Robert Clive and Shah Alam. Once again, I will repeat this. Treaty of Allahabad. There were two times Robert Clive signed Treaty of Allahabad. First, he signed with Shuja-ud-Dawla, and second he signed with Shah Alam III. Both the times he was in profit. First, when he signed with Shujā-ud-Dawla, condition was kept that Shujā-ud-Dawla should return back Allahabad and Kara, which was with him. That was done. Second thing what he did, whenever war takes place, destructions will be there. To overcome the destructions, money is needed. So compensation, how much 50 lakhs rupees was collected by Robert Clive from Shujā-ud-Dawla as compensation. That was the first treaty of Allahabad. Second, his cleverness we can see. Second treaty he signed with Shah Alam III, so he can get some more money from that, so that he can again develop the British East India Company. So what he did, Robert Clive signed the treaty with Shah Alam III, the Mughal king. What he ordered Shah Alam that he should stay back in Allahabad only. He can't go away from Allahabad, so that they can keep an eye on Shah Alam Khan, and further he can't do anything against him. Second thing, Diwani of Bengal. So Bengal, Orissa, all this was there. So Britishers had to give 26 lakhs to gain the Diwani of Bengal, Oudh and Orissa. Then again, because they gave 26 lakhs, so something they should get from Shah Alam Khan. So what they did, they told that 53 lakhs rupees should be paid by Shah Alam for British East India Company. This is what the Treaty of Allahabad was. So two treaties, Treaty 1 between Robert Clive and Shujā-ud-Dawla, Treaty 2 between Robert Clive and Shah Alam III. Till now we have seen so many battles. That is, Carnatic Wars we saw, Battle of Plassey we saw, Battle of Buxar we saw. So, what are the differences between the wars and the battles? Let us have a glance on it. In Carnatic Wars, we saw three wars. First Carnatic War, Second Carnatic War and Third Carnatic War. First Carnatic War was fought between Dupleix and Edward Peyton. Dupleix were from French and Edward Peyton from English. I told you before only, rivalry was between French and English, and that gave rise to First Carnatic War, and in that Dupleix won the war, so that was the first victory of French over English. Second Carnatic War, during at that time what happened, on the French side, two more teams were added, that is Chanda Sahib and Muzaffarjung. On English side also, two more teammates were added, it is Nasir Jung and Anwar-ud-Din, because Anwar-ud-Din was defeated by Dupleix. So he wanted to take that revenge, so he joined with English. So French and English, there was a war between them, and at that time also French won the war, and that was the second victory of French over English. Now let us see what happened in Third Carnatic War. Third Carnatic War was fought between Count de Lally and Irecourt. Count de Lally was replaced by Dupleix. He was also like Dupleix, an ambitious person. He wanted to gain supremacy over South India in a political wise also and in trade wise also. But what happened in this war? The tables turned. That means the English won the war and French lost the war. So you can see over here, in First Carnatic War, the French won the war. It was the first victory of French over English. In Second Carnatic War also, French won the war. That was the second victory of French over English. But in Third Carnatic War, English won the war. It was the first time victory of English over the French, and it was the last war fought with the French, because after this, French had to stay in India only for trading purpose. They were not, means the rights for war and to expand the what to call it as their to expand their empire was like a dream for them. It was taken away by English by signing the treaty. So that gave, what was the result of this? The English people gained supremacy over the trade, and they were the like monopoly. They were the only 1% from European countries who were able to trade, gaining more wealth and having and even expanding the as their trading centers. This is what the result of the three Carnatic wars. Let us go to the Battle of Plassey. It was fought between the local king, that is the Nawab of Bengal Siraj-ud-Dawla, and Robert Clive. You know that Siraj-ud-Dawla opposed the Dastak. Okay, so that was the main reason for that, and it told the British East India Company that they should pay taxes for trading in as Bengal, which was not heeded by the British East India Company. So it enraged him that whatever in my kingdom, whatever I say, it should be done. So what he did, he captured some 64 Britishers and he dumped them into the small room where only 43 persons can stay, and some of the captured Britishers died. That enraged Robert Clive, and he waged the war against Siraj-ud-Dawla, and Robert Clive won the the war, that is the Battle of Plassey. What happened then? It was a very important step forward by winning the Battle of Plassey, because it laid the foundation of British Empire in India. It's very important. That was a starting point where the local king was defeated. So what happened due to this? Other local kings became afraid of this British power, and they started to be friendly with the Britishers. So the Britishers cannot occupy their spaces. So that was how the foundation was laid for the British Empire after the Battle of Plassey. Last we will come to the Battle of Buxar. During that time, what happened? Some of the local kings, that is like Shah Alam III of Mughal, Mir Qasim, who was the Nawab of Bengal, and Shuja-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Awadh, they did not like the policies of British East India Company. Somehow they came together and opposed the policies of British East India Company. So at that time, Robert Clive was not there. He in 1760 only, he went back to Great Britain, and during that time only, this Battle of Buxar took place in 1764, and it was fought against Major Hector Munro, who was the military commander at that time, and he won the war, that is the Battle of Buxar. And at that time, Robert Clive was again called back because British East India Company had more losses, and he was the only one person who can again develop the British East India Company. And the Battle of Buxar, after that, in 1764, Robert Clive came back, and just now I told you that the Treaty of Alhabad was signed, first with Shuja-ud-Dawla and second with Shah Alam. At that time, how many money he collected, and due to this, British East India Company developed, and this Battle of Buxar gave supremacy of whole country, means the south was also them, and these all whatever it is, Shah Alam Mughal, so they were in the north, Mir Qasim Nawab of Bengal, it is also in the north, Shuja-ud-Dawla Awadh, that is today what we call it as Ayodhya, that was also in the north. So slowly their rule started to spread towards the north, that is they started to gain supremacy of the whole country. This is what the differences between these three wars. So I'll end my video over here. See that video, observe the video, and wherever you have doubt, you mark it in the interaction class you ask it. So bye children. Thank you children.